dia. Ni. Dia takut ke? Tak, takut pun dah.
Kita sampai, kita nak buat rekod paling banyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hari ni kita buat satu program CSR Ocean Keepers Project, whereby this particular project we will be cleaning all sampah at Pantai Kelanang, including plastic, papers, glass, and also
Kaca.
some of the glasses.
Kaca.
So stay with us.
Stay tuned.
Enjoy with us.
Video. Yeah, for the video. We're at Pantai Kelanang. So awkward. Sumpah nampaklah menipu kat situ. Nampaklah. Tak minum kau ah. Dah. Apa TikTok ke? Kita di sini. Kita tak tahan pun.
Jom semua.
Member seorang jiwa, member seorang tidur kan. Mana? Mana weh? Cantik lah weh. Cuba kain. Oh my god, this is like henna. Henna, you know? Nice. Hey, come back!
Tengok ni, tengok ni.
Hari even
what do you call that? The one for the
Just put this way.
Dah tahu kan? Okey. Ni pepahat bakar. Okey, ni pepahat bakar. Ambil.
Thanks to top committees from my class, from Dr. Lee's class, from Miss Najwa class, has done so much.
My freezing breath, frozen memories. Fearless behavior, it doesn't make sense.
Hello everyone, my name is Puteri Khairina binti Muhammad KHAIRI and my matrix number is 012-0220-21637. So today we're going to talk about our final project. So now I'm going to talk about the summary of the CSR program that we have conducted at 18 December 2023. So basically we have 5 major activities that we have conducted and we have planned during the CSR activity. So we have cleaning the beach, of course, and we have I think it was planting the trees, and we have a lecturing session regarding CPR and first aid kit, and then we went to the ocean, the shore, to collect papahat, as I think as known as in English is bamboo lala, and also lastly we have a barbecue session. So now let's talk about the activities one by one. Okay, so now I want to talk about the first activity that we have done. Basically is the cleaning the ocean. We are given divided into different groups. We have like A, B, C, D until E, and in that particular activity we have to like collect all the garbages accordingly to the plastic bags that we are given. There's like white plastic and there's green plastic, and all of the plastic has their specific materials that needs to be collected. So like me, I have white plastic that I need to collect, soft plastic like the bottle caps, plastic lying around like food packaging and stuff like that. So that is my job. So during that time, the objective there is that for every team to collect as much garbage that they can find at the shore, that and the parts that we are divided into. So and at the end product, we need to see which group collected the most garbage. That group is gonna win basically. So at the end of the process, they're going to like weight the garbages that we have collected and see which group did their best. So now I'm going to talk about the second activity that is actually my class's slot for this CSR activity. We are organizing for planting the trees. So basically, in our case, we are planting baby coconut trees that is sponsored by us. So basically, there is 15 altogether. So before this CSR activity, our committees have like we went to like sightseeing first to see which kind of like plants that is suitable to be planted at Pantai Kelanang. So our conclusion is we went there and then we checked and we discussed with the advisor there. So they decided to like they think it's best for us to plant baby coconut trees. That surprisingly that they already like prepared for us, so it's like easier for us because we don't need to find any nurseries and to buy our own trees and bring it there. So alhamdulillah for that. And also my job is to print out the signage for the sponsorship and also for all the trees that we have planned. I have a sample here because we didn't use all of it, and then I feel like it's such a waste, but however I already did this all. There's like 15 altogether because there's 15 plants altogether, but we didn't use this. However, it is okay, this will be in my memories forever because it's in my room. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the third activity that we have done. So basically it is a CPR and a first aid kit sharing session, so by a doctor that I actually forgotten their name, but however the session was done perfectly because I think it was fun, it wasn't boring at all, and it was very informative. And we had our students, I mean my friends, to volunteer for the first aid kit, emergency situation, what if your friend was bleeding and stuff like that. It is very like informative for a student to learn about how to deal in such what do you call that, panic moment, and if there's any accidents and emergency that we need to handle on our own. So yes, I want to talk about the fourth activity. That is my favorite activity out of all. I think this is like one of the main attraction at Pantai Kelanang, and we are like given the opportunity and chances to actually conduct the activity on our own because I think it was like God's willing, because they're actually to conduct the activity to search for pepahat, we need the exact timing for it because we need the tides to be low, and yeah, and like God is on our side that time, so we are like given the opportunity and we did. I think that was like the best part of the CSR program. And like even though we have to like walk through like really uncomfortable muddy beach sands that has like really mushy texture to it, personally it's not my favorite, but it was a really fun experience. And basically the activity, we are like given like equipment to collect our own pepahat, also known as bamboo lalas. So how to collect the pepahat on our own. So basically we are given like I think it was like a satay stick, and then we need to put it in the kapur, or also known as the chalk, and then we just need to like put the stick that we have dipped in the kapur and then put in the pepahat holes that we like strategically think that is in there. So and then we have to follow the direction of the pepahat and the flow of the pepahat, and then just wiggle it around, and then the pepahat will automatically come out. It's so simple, like it's so easy, but it's not that easy because it was like our attire isn't that, you know, like we didn't bring a lot of like clothes. That is on our fault, but however it is a really good experience. I would definitely go there again. The last activity is basically it's just a barbecue session to like barbecue all the pepahats that we have collected at the fourth activity. And we also bring out our like cooking materials and stuff. We also bring our proteins like chicken, satay, and also fried rice. I think like one of our lecturers cooked that. It was so good. Everything was perfectly done. The papahat was so good. It was like we didn't like season it at all. It was just like fresh. We cooked that like raw and fresh. It was definitely a must try. And during the barbecue session, there was also a closing session and our closing ceremony, and there is like where we handed out all the gifts and all the what do you call that, winners for this CSR activity program. So basically my group got number 3. It wasn't the best, but however we got our hamper. Every group has their own hamper, so don't worry, everyone's the winner. And that is basically it for the summary of the activities. Now I'm going to answer the first question of the reflection. How was your experience with ocean-based corporate social responsibilities activities influence your understanding of environmental conservation? So basically, in my opinion, I feel like environmental conservation is very important, and I feel like a lot of people is like still uneducated on the topic itself, because as we go through the CSR program together, we can conclude that a lot of people isn't that aware and I think they aren't aware, and also they don't care enough for this earth and also for the environment that God has given us. Because if they do care, they wouldn't just throw all of their garbage like just like that. Because I think it's just how their mindset is, how they think that it is like not their responsibility to throw their own garbage. That is actually wrong. So for me, I think that environmental conservation has like a really big impact if we do our best, and if we as human play our own role, as in just like to throw our own garbage at the right places. I think the earth will definitely cure on its own. But I think like right now, I feel like humans right now, and like just the society right now, doesn't care much about our environment, and that is why our like earth overall is getting like sicker and sicker, because of like, I think, disgusting humans that can't contribute a single thing. Like, I don't know what it is that is like so hard for them to just throw their own garbage. Because as we like collect all the garbages, I feel like all of that could just have been thrown into the garbage bin that they have provided, but they don't want to do that. They just want to throw it like wherever they want. So for me, my understanding and my opinion on environmental conservation is very strongly, I agree on conservation of the environmental, because I feel like if everyone plays their own part and everyone is caring enough on conserving the earth, then it will be a better place for everyone, and also we can cure our earth that is getting sicker and sicker every day. So now I'm going to answer question number 2. In what ways do you believe your contribution to Ocean CSR aligns with broader sustainability goals and practices? So basically, in my opinion, our CSR program definitely aligns with the SDG goals. So basically, we have I think there was like 3 of the SDG goals that we align with. First, obviously, is number 4, that is quality education, because I think definitely our main purpose to go there is to learn and is to gain knowledge. Because like the final project itself, we are given to organize our own the CSR program, from budgeting, from the committees, who are the top committee, and what are the equipments that needed for the CSR program. So everything from A to Z, our students, I mean me and my friends, we have done a really good job. So I think there right there is quality education, because we get the chance to learn and conduct on our own our event, and it's just critical thinking on that. So next is definitely number 14, that is life below water. Is what we are doing is basically cleaning up the beach, is to give our sea creatures, our what do you call that, flora and fauna, a better space for them to reproduce, and for just to keep the place clean and from any pollution coming in the future. So next is 15, life on land. Also, because we have also a slot on planting trees, so that is also aligns with our SDG number 15, life on land, because we planted coconut trees for the Pantai Kelanang, and it wasn't like a small contribution. It was like, I think it was around 50 coconut trees altogether, and everyone had the chance to plant their own trees there. So that is for question number 2. Thank you. So now I'm gonna answer question number 3. Reflect on the challenges you encountered during the CSR project and how they depend your awareness on ocean related issues. So basically, there isn't that much challenges, because during that day itself, the advisor and officer there have given us so much platform for us to work with, and also they are just very super friendly, and they mentor us from A to Z on to like our activities and our tentative. There are like our guidance there. So there wasn't really an issue, because it wasn't just us like on our own during the time. We don't know what to do and stuff like that, because they are there to guide us. So that is one of the advantage of Pantai Kelanang during that time, because everyone was super nice. And then I think like the challenges is like during the CSR planning itself, because like everyone was like super busy with other submission of final project and final assignment. So everyone is just like, they couldn't come to the meeting like at one time. Everyone couldn't be at the same place during the time. Like there will be people like, oh, I couldn't make it because I have something to do. But then it's quite understandable, because even myself, I sometimes couldn't attend some of the meetings because I have assignments to do also. But however, we managed to get all the information that we needed to, and all the outputs of the meeting, because of our like committees and friends are I think they are like super nice, because we update on each other like every time, and if like the person isn't like updated, they will update, and I will update all our friends. So there's actually no issue on the planning also. And then how they deepen your awareness on social related issues. So basically, for I think the challenges during that time is that it's very hard for us to like collect all the garbages during that time, and I think that definitely like deepen our awareness on the social related issue, because I think during that time it was Monday, like I said before, it was Monday, and during that time Monday and the day before was weekend, and everything was so messy. The beach was like filled with like plastic, food packaging, and bottle caps, and like everything you could ever think of. So like I think like that kind of like deepened my awareness of the social related issue. I thought it was like 2023, nobody is going to like litter anywhere, but some people like I said, they are still uneducated on the environmental side and how to preserve our nature. So that definitely deepened my awareness on ocean related issues, because I don't really go to ocean. I don't really go to beaches. I don't really like the sand. But then after like going there and like, viewing the place myself, I would say that people are still unaware. Like they don't have their own awareness on this topic itself. So it definitely deepens my awareness. So now I'm gonna explain my answer on question number 4. Describe any changes in your perspective on the role of businesses in addressing ocean conservation after participating in CSR initiative. So basically, in my opinion, I feel like businesses could address more on the social conservation by, I think, advertising in a different kind of way, like our marketing and our advertising is like the key on to attracting people and spreading the awareness to the society. So like ocean conservation activity, CSR, maybe conduct a fun social event instead of just straightforward just conducting a cleaning out Puteri, cleaning out the beach. Maybe like most of our people aren't that straightforward. They don't like stuff like that anymore, because it's like 2023. Everyone likes to want it to be like Instagrammable and stuff like that. So maybe have like a concept behind that and create a team and create a party, or maybe something that could attract people to join in, and something that is not just like straightforward. It's so boring. So a lot of people won't join it, like won't sign up for it. So by like putting the concept out there and putting out the team out there, so people will like automatically like, oh, it's kind of interesting, and so I will join it. Yeah, they will join if they feel like it's interesting enough to join. They don't feel like, because like I say, a lot of people here like aren't that educated enough, and they don't care enough for the environment itself to like motivate them to join. So it's time to like for businesses and for people who are like the authorities to like bring out changes and putting the CSR programs in different angle, in a different perspective. Make it more fun, make it more like fun and like festive for people to join, and make like marketing, make concept. I think that is how we want to like attract people in like this modern eras, because I feel like if we were being straightforward that we are conducting a cleanup session, I think most of people won't join that anymore, because a lot of people aren't that interested, and they don't have the passion in conservation anymore. So that's why I say it's time for like businesses to step out their concept and to step out their marketing, their advertising, the concept, whatever products that they're gonna make out of it also. So that is my question for question number 4. The last question: how can the skills and knowledge gained through ocean CSR activities be applied to your future endeavors, both personally and professionally? So basically, professionally, I definitely learned a lot, because I was one of the top committees, and I learned how to manage and how to keep our budget on track and stuff like that. I think that is more to a professionally side, because we learn to organize the CSR event on our own. We get our own sponsorship, and if we don't get our sponsorship, anyways, we're going to like think on how to raise our own capital for this CSR project. So I think for personally, I think definitely I gained a lot from this CSR program, because it's just very helpful. Like this event is very helpful for our environment, and also a very good experience for myself also. So that's why I think like what are the skills, communication skills, obviously, because I learned to communicate with other classes also, and not only through my classes, through like my class only, because I mostly know most of them. So I think it's like a really nice experience to just like get to know people from other classes and how they are, and how do we just communicate like based on our just like professionalism. And I think other skills that I've learned also, Babahat, I think that is like a once in a lifetime experience, because I don't know if I'm going there again. I might definitely. I think that is one of the very interesting events that happened throughout my life also, because it was it's not something that my family would just do for fun. So that's why I think it's quite interesting also, and it is definitely a skill now. I'm going to put that in my resume. Okay. I think knowledge, of course, the awareness of our environmental conservation isn't that spread out yet at the people, because there are still a lot of garbages going thrown out to the beaches. So I think that is for the skills and knowledge that I've gained. Of course, I've gained a lot more. So now let's jump into the recommendation and suggestion and also conclusion. So basically for my recommendation, there isn't that much actually, because I don't think there is even one, because everything is done really smoothly. Everything was like on our side, even the weather was on our side, and everything just went according to plan, because the task has been divided, so there isn't like a class that needs to do more and stuff like that. Like everything is like perfectly done. I feel like it. So I think for the suggestion, I think maybe we could like have more, I think like a bonding session during that time, because I feel like during the CSR activity itself, before planning, we don't actually get to know the committees from other classes, because most of the people couldn't come to the meeting session. Like I said, everyone was super busy, but I feel like we could do better in the future. Whenever there's a meeting, everyone could just commit to the meeting. But again, there's no like issues during that time also, because like I say, everything went well. But I think the recommendation is basically just more professionalism meeting, instead of just one to three people meeting up and like they discuss. So like the other committees, it's just like sometimes they would like think that, oh, why don't I have a part in this? Like why don't I have a say in this? Like why do they, that particular group, did everything, and why don't I do everything? So I think that is like one of the suggestions that could be made, where everyone is involved in the planning and not just like particular groups and active groups. But again, like I said, there's nothing we can do because everyone was super busy. So yeah. As for the conclusion, I feel like this CSR activity is definitely one of my favorite final projects throughout the whole diploma, because this is my last semester and I definitely enjoy doing this CSR program, because this is my first time actually going industrial, kind of like, it's not industrial, it's a final project, kind of like going somewhere that is not like a visit or something. This is like with my classes, with my classmates, and also my other classes also. It was definitely a good experience, and I definitely enjoy the CSR activity, and I would definitely recommend for any of the juniors to join also. And yeah, that's basically my conclusion. Everything went well, everything went smoothly, and I hope to see like every one of the participants and also lecturers. Thank you so much for the guidance that they have provided us, and also the advice that they have given us, and I think the cooperation between lecturers and students are definitely a thumbs up. Like my lecturers, Fahmi, and also Miss Najwa, and also Dr. Liz, has been really good mentors from A to Z. Like they are super supportive and super active in doing the planning. So definitely a good experience overall. So that is all from me. Thank you so much for listening for me to like, I talk a lot. So that is all from me. Thank you. Bye bye.